Good afternoon. My name is Stepan, this is Kachka, and along with two other teammates, we are Team 10, ByteMe. Today, we are excited to introduce you our project, Content Edu. Oh, technology will never replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of a great teacher can be transformational, and this is why we want to talk about digital education that is becoming increasingly common. At some universities, including VŠE, the lectures are being replaced by practical seminars, with students expected to learn theory at home. This shift puts an even greater emphasis on the quality of digital course materials, but of course, this transformation comes with its challenges. Meet our teacher. He teaches classes, prepares lectures, grades assignments, holds consultations with the students. But in recent years, the expectations have grown. He's now also expected to turn his teaching materials into digital course content. But turning teaching materials into digital course content takes more than just a few clicks. Having slides and notes simply isn't enough. The teacher needs to write a script, decide how to structure the course. Then he also needs to turn his teaching materials into the structured digital course content, come up with questions and answers, and then finally upload everything into a platform like Moodle. And this is an extra work that the teacher does on his own and takes him days. And he's not the only one. According to our survey conducted here at VŠE, 83% of teachers build their courses on their own. It takes them days, so it comes to no surprise that 75% of teachers want a tool that would help them draft their courses. But of course, this isn't just a challenge in education. In companies, the technical side of digital learning can be held by the dedicated team, but the actual content must come from a subject matter expert. They need to decide what the course should cover. Then they have to come up with materials and examples, find time for reviewing all the drafts, and all of this in addition to their regular workload. Now, what should this tool do? Well, according to teachers, the most important features of such a tool would be creating quiz questions and answers, reviewing and editing the generated output, and helping them structure the course. It is also important to note that educators often have these materials at hand. Slides, documents, presentations, all of this. And what is missing is the tool that can turn these materials into structured digital course content faster, smarter, and with room for editing.
And this is when Content Edu comes to play. Content Edu transforms all the teaching materials into digital course. It takes teachers' materials like presentation, slides, notes, course name, syllabus, simply everything that forms the course. Then come our added value. We give the model a clear course structure that is the internal methodology of the institution, rules how to create a digital course. When these two parts come together, the result is a structured course content file that includes all the modules required by the institution. Each of these modules are generated individually and ends with the personalization step, so teachers can tailor it to fit their needs. When teachers are satisfied with the whole course, they can download it in TXT or HTML format and upload it to Moodle. The most significant benefits of using Content Edu are saving time and money. Thanks to Content Edu, teachers can save up to 85% of the time they would normally need to create the digital course manually. So instead of needing 20 hours, they can do it in just 3. If we consider that there is around 150 courses at Faculty of Informatics and Statistics, the manual course preparation costs in total around 900,000 Czech crowns per semester. And with our model, it's just 136,000 Czech crowns per semester. And with the saved time and money, teachers can focus on what matters, and that's their students. We know that there are already tools available for course creation, but we are quite different from all of them. As mentioned earlier, our model follows the internal methodology. In addition to this methodology, we have the information from the teacher regarding the syllabus of the course. This helps us to organize the learning material even more effectively, and teachers can be sure that no important topic is overlooked. Each of these modules are generated separately, so there is the personalization step. We often highlight that our model is tailored to universities, but big companies can also benefit from it as an addition to the already existing learning management system. They can simply download it and upload it to whatever they are using. Content Edu was originally created in response to a request from a bank. However, the final version was shaped with the help of our university, where we gained essential information and insights on course creation. At the moment, our faculty is creating several new courses that are waiting to be digitalized, and teachers are eager to use our model and make it happen.
So with all of this, you have to ask yourself, do you want teachers to teach, or do you want them to be just another digital slave? Well, our answer at Content Edu is simple. Let teachers teach. We want to take part of the most time-consuming part of creating a digital course, creating the structured content, so that teachers can focus on what really matters, their students. If we convince you with our project, feel free to contact us so we can start investing at your institution today. You can contact us here. Thank you and goodbye.
Thanks for your presentation. You are the university board.
One thing that is like mentioned today is personalization for students. So is there some like feedback from students included in your solution, or is it just the course designed by the teacher for the students?
In the time frame, we only tested with the teachers, specifically with the two methodology experts at ByteMe, so that we would make sure that the course has everything it needs to have.
But from student perspective, there is no personalization.
From students' perspective, there isn't any specification. If it's included in the methodology of ByteMe, then it's also here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Maybe if I can add, we like tested it on ourselves. So we were testing on courses, I mean, aside from the methodologies and teachers, on courses that we ourselves taken. So the content we revised ourselves from the student perspective.
Okay, thank you.
You mentioned that you have to set up the internal methodology for share. I understand that. How hard is to change it? Because if you would like to use it for different university or company, how hard is to change this internal methodology?
We currently have 6 different prompts set up. So we have it divided, the whole generation process is divided into different steps. And for each step, we have a separate prompt. So we are able to then modify the one specific prompt, and we don't have to do it for all at the same time. So it will be, of course, time consuming to get to know the new methodology of the university, but it should be doable since we set it up so it's divided and not all at once.
Okay, thank you. And my second question about cost. How much the cost is for the university?
Well, for ByteMe, we were only testing, but if we were to implement it elsewhere, we would ask for around 55,000 Czech crowns, depending on the deepness of the methodology, how hard it would be to create. Yeah, thank you. And then we would also have like a fee for how much they are using our course and what model they are using. We would also charge like 30 to 50% because we would want to make the methodology up to date. So there will be costs on our side. But our advantage against others would be that we will be more like a really tailored suit to each and everyone.
Thank you. And also, do you working somehow with the changes, because you know there will be new generation, new opportunities to teach and how to learn. So there's also an option for like going with the trends or something like that. Is there like AI working there like that, or?
Not sure.
I am not sure if you're asking. I mean, it's running like with an LLM, like it's AI based, like it's a RAG application, so there is an LLM set up. But I mean, we are consulting because the university is having 2 new courses which are being will be taught completely online, and they will be using this tool. And yeah, they are like there will be specified on like AI and IT. So so yeah, so I mean,
Like the structure is clear. It's clear structure and it's not changing. That's the answer, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you thought about some checks or something. Well, we've probably are familiar with the case when you input something, the output can vary tiny bit. So are there in parts of your solution something where the teacher can directly see that what they asked for is actually there and nothing else? How did you approach it?
Yeah, so the whole generation functions step by step. So the teacher always can see like different parts of the course being generated and can actually edit them. So they can actually, for example, like for the structure part, they can actually modify it so it is clear and simple. And then when the actual generation of the modules comes in, it is based on the structure that they themselves like checked and maybe edited. And yeah, and in the future we want to have like historization of the prompts and editation. So
Yeah. Also, if they really don't like it, like the whole generated module, they can simply regenerate it. Or if there's only one thing, then they can just change it manually in the application. Also, we wanted to add an agent that would also check if the module has everything it has to have. And if it doesn't, then it automatically would send it back. But we didn't manage to make it in the time frame.
Maybe one more question, because you said the output is now HTML or TXT, but for example, some other universities or companies can not use the Moodle as we are. So is there also option to add other outputs easily?
Well, it would be easy to add. We only used HTML and TXT because it was what was wanted here at Washa.
So it's easy to add other.
Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.